All right, tensions continue to mount between New Rest residents and flood victims in Butterworth following an objection to the relocation to the area. New Rest residents say they are concerned with crime and security issues that may arise as a result of the relocation. Meanwhile, the Newzroom local municipality maintains they are near the completion of 57 temporary units and that the land identified is owned by them. Newzroom Afrika's Liyema Vumisa joins us for more live right now. Very good afternoon to you, Liyema. While this issue continues between these two different groups of residents, tell us a little bit more.
That's right, Masa. As you rightfully mentioned there, the tension arises as a matter of fact from the perspective, firstly, of this identified land, which is owned by the Newzroom local municipality. This is in New Rest here in Butterworth in the Eastern Cape. We understand then that the residents who already occupy this place are objecting to the relocation of the flood victims that were affected by those June 10th floods that ravaged parts of the Eastern Cape, including this very same place that we are at right now. The reasons for the New Rest community to object the relocation of those flood victims to this place, they say that they will contribute then to the increased crime in the area, and also they have safety concerns and even security concerns that they have should those flood victims be placed here. On the other end, the flood victims, they maintain that they just want to return back to normalcy as far as their lives are concerned, because they have been, in limbo for over 2 months now. And they then depend on the municipality to be able to assist. I just want to bring in then, Masa, to the conversation, a resident who also was affected by those floods that ravaged parts of the Butterworth area here in the Eastern Cape, Tata Machisi. Enkosi kakhulu tata ngoba kunye nathi. Nawe wachaphazeleka zezazikhukhula ezenzekayo nalapha kulomhlaba waseGcuwa. Khawusichubele banzi into bakwakwenzeke ntoni.
Into eyenzekayo ngelalanga sothuka kusasa phange izithuba zabo past 6 to 7 sekugcwele amanzi esingaziyo nokuthi besuka phi abe sengena endlini savuka amaphuthuphuthu khupha impahla sesingaxaki kuba singenza kanjani singawazi noma amanzi avela segcwele isindlu kwaba njalo.
Emveni kwalonto leyo kwanyanzeleka into yoba ningakwazi ukuhlala phayana naya ndawoni nancedakala njani ukuze nikwazi ukufihla intloko.
Kwafika abangaphambili kuthi bathi masisuke apha samuve enye iqela linam zange ndilale endlini ngelalanga ndandingenayo kwandawo nje yolala amanzi egcwelise yindlu. Kwathiwa kuzawubuya ke ngoku sikhangelelwe indawo sisalindile ke nje kangoku asikafumani indawo yawuhlala sisahlala kwaphaya. Xa unophinde kufika imvula siyazi uba ungenzeka ntoni injalo.
Uyayibona le mizi lapha emveni kwethu yakhiwa ngumasipala walapha eMnquma, uthi izawukwazi ukufunyanwa ngabantu baseSkiti. Nina benikhe nabanalo unxibelelwano nomasipala mayelana noba nina nizawuya ndawoni, nicinga into yoba nizawuxhamla kwezi izindlu ezakhiwayo apha?
Asikaxelelwa nto thini, sisahleli nje phaya esection A apho bendihlala khona. Asiyazi noba kubhekwa ngaphini, sisahleli nje ndiyazibona endlu zokhiwa apha emveni kwethu.
Ninganqonelela ukuthini kumasipala mhlawumbi nabo baphetheyo ukwenzela into yoba bangakwazi ukuhlisa umqakatho, bakwazi ukuncedisa ingakumbi kuba nifuna ubuyela esiqhelweni kubomi benu nikwazi uqhubeleka nobomi?
Kungangcono xa benokuza bathethe nathi sibone uba ke bathini, sive loo nto bayithethayo. Kodwa njengoba ndijongile ezi zindlu sinengxaki uba ke sinabantwana abaninji ngeke sonela, zonela abantu ababini ezindlu zincinci njengoba ndijongile.
Okokugqibela nje tata, kukho amarhe athi aba bahlali abachaphazelekileyo abangamaxhoba ezazikhukhula abazawuziswa kule ndawo kurhaneleka into kokuba bazawuza nobugebenga apha kule ndawo. Abahlali balapha bone-New Rest bathi into yoba abava ncakasane ngokuziswa kwaba bantu. Ungahlomla uthini ngaloo nto?
Hayi ke mna kule ndawo ndihlala kuyo singabantu nje kakuhle, asinabungozi. Kangaba kwa-New Rest leyo besihlala sonke phaya njengangosihambelana akho nto sinengxaki ngabantu baseNewrest nabo abanangxaki ngathi injalo.
Tata Machisi, siyabulela kakhulu ngexesha lakho. Well, there you have it rather. Myself calls the resident who is also one of the flood victims here in Butterworth in the Eastern Cape, mentioning, of course, that they don't have any place to go then. And matter of fact, they were not told by the municipality in the area that they too will be able to benefit from these 57 temporary units that are being erected here, as you can obviously see right behind me as I step out of the shot. These 57 units have been built of course, in conjunction with the Human Settlements Department, together with the Mngoma local municipality, and they are set then to benefit some of those flood victims right here in Butterworth. What we understand also then is that a meeting is going to be held tomorrow to address some of the concerns pertaining to the ownership then of this particular land. But what we know then from the municipality is that they do in fact maintain that this land which they have set aside or earmarked for this temporary units to be built at is in fact owned by them. We do also understand then, as we were told by the municipality itself yesterday, that they have since requested a court interdict for any persons that may want to resist then the continuation of the construction of these temporary units in this land. Of course, you'd understand then that this comes just on the backdrop of some of those residents in my left, as my colleague will show you. They reside here in Newrest, and they are vehemently opposed to the relocation of these flood victims to their neighborhood, as we did indicate earlier on that what seems to be at the core of their objection is the increased crime that will be rampant as a result of the relocation of those flood victims. Also, the resident here, or the flood victim that we just spoke to, also concurring with the statement that the residents, the flood victims that are going to come and occupy this neighborhood are in fact notorious for crime where they were previously residing at. But as the residents of this area, that Machisa tells us that they are not opposed to their relocation as long as they will keep them to the manner in which the residents of this area in Newrest are doing so.